I should be dead. No dramatic pause. No exaggeration. Just truth. I've overdosed. More than once. I've put needles in my arm not knowing if I'd wake up. I've driven blackout drunk through city streets and ended up in places I can't even remember. I've lied to everyone who ever loved me, hurt people I swore I'd protect. But none of that broke me. Not the overdoses. Not the jail cells. Not the fights. Not the funerals. It was one night that brought me to my knees, and somehow saved my life. It was cold. Not winter cold, soul cold. The kind of cold that creeps into your bones when you've got nothing left to lose. I was alone in a motel room that reeked of piss and smoke. My last fix was wearing off. My phone was dead. My hope was deader. I burned every bridge. I had no one left to call. And if I'm being real, I didn't want to call anyone. I just wanted out. Out of the pain. Out of the shame. Out of this body I couldn't stand to live in anymore. And that's when I really thought about ending it. Not in a vague, maybe one day kind of way. I made a plan. I looked at the ceiling and whispered, "This is it." But then something happened. It wasn't a bright light or a voice from heaven. It wasn't even hope. It was rage. I looked at myself, strung out, broken, half dead, and I just snapped. I screamed at the walls. I punched the mirror. I cried like a wild animal. I wasn't crying because I wanted to die. I was crying because I wanted to live. But I had no idea how. That moment, that absolute surrender, was my breaking point. But it was also the first honest moment I'd had in years. The next morning, I did something different. I didn't get high. Not because I was strong. I was empty. But in that emptiness, something cracked open. I called someone I hadn't talked to in months. They answered. They didn't shame me. They didn't hang up. They just said, "I'm glad you're still alive." That broke me again, but in a better way. That day, I found a meeting. I sat in the back. I didn't talk. I just listened. And for the first time, I heard people saying what I had been too ashamed to admit out loud. My name is Josh, and I'm an addict. Getting clean didn't fix everything. Hell, it made everything harder at first. Because now I had to feel. Now I had to sit in the wreckage I'd caused, sober. I had to face people I'd lied to. I had to learn how to live again, without running, numbing, or hiding. But I kept showing up. Some days I hated it. Some days I cried in the parking lot before walking into the room. But I kept showing up. And slowly, painfully, beautifully, things began to shift. I started to see glimpses of the person I was before the darkness. And then glimpses of someone even stronger. Someone who didn't want to die anymore. If you're where I was, I see you. If you're curled up in a bathroom, hating yourself, telling yourself this is just how life is now, I've been there. If you're lying to your family while hiding an addiction they don't know about, I've been there. If you're scared to stop because you don't know who you'll be without it, I've been there. But listen to me. You're not broken beyond repair. You're breaking open. That pain, that's the crack where the light gets in. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I am saying it's worth it. Because I should be dead, but I'm not. I'm here. And if I can make it out of that hell, so can you. If this story hit home, say something in the comments. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what you're fighting. You don't have to hide anymore. And if you're still using, I'm not here to shame you. I'm just here to say it's not too late. There's another life waiting, and it starts with one honest moment. Don't wait for rock bottom. Let this be it. Let this be the moment that saves your life.